Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gulpayne back with another quick PSP review, and this one is Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. And this one was developed by Griptonite Games and published by Buena Vista Games, and released for the old PSP in 2006. So this one obviously is a game of the film Dead Man's Chest. So the Pirates of the Caribbean films, the first few were fantastic, but then it went a bit off the rails a bit, I think, and then ultimately kind of stopped. I don't know, they stopped making them after a while. But yeah, the game is pretty simplistic actually. It looks okay. Again, always amazed how good the PSP games look. It's like playing a kind of a PlayStation 2 game. And I like the way Jack Sparrow animates and runs, because he does, like, they went that extra effort and actually have him, like, doing the things that Johnny Depp does on the mannerisms that Jack Sparrow does. But this one is a pretty generic, like, sort of third person action game. It does have nice aesthetics though, because like the different locations you visit, but they're not hugely detailed. And I remember, I think this was the first game that I had for the PSP. When I got the PSP first, I bought it off my friend, and it came with like World Tour Soccer and SmackDown versus Raw or something. So like, I didn't even bother playing those. And I think I got Dead Man's Chest. I think this was it. I got it for like £1.50, I think. And I played it, but I didn't really like it. And then I got it again. Or I had it for ages and ages in the collection, and I just kind of played it there recently to see what it was like, to see if it was as bad as I remembered. It's alright. I remember it being more kind of like automatic. Like you attack the, like, it's so basic that, like, to attack the enemy characters, like, the action button appears above their head. So you press X, 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 and then when it tells you to press another button, you press the other button, and then it like finishes them off. So it's very kind of easy in that way. But then, like, are these, you have to kind of remember, are the developers, like, are they making these games so to appeal to like a like an audience that perhaps like isn't used to playing games, or a younger audience, where the controls have to be simple, otherwise they just can't figure it out. So it is kind of, it's very simple, and it does what you'd want from a Pirates of the Caribbean game. You control Jack Sparrow and you sword fight, and you go to the locations that you would expect Jack Sparrow to go to, like the port towns or the different ships and stuff, the Black Pearl, and yeah, it kind of does that. So it's not really going out on a limb or anything, or it's not. I don't think it's doing anything new in the game genre, but yeah, if this is aimed at kids, then there is like pretty gruesome like death scenes. Like, there's no blood or anything, but, or it doesn't appear to be anyway. But there is like a lot of stabbing and stuff. So I'd be worried if it was aimed at kids. But yeah, it is. It's just a kind of a generic third person action game. I don't remember any of the Pirates of the Caribbean games that I played being any good, or like, kind of very memorable. So I don't know. It's very similar to other kind of licensed games on the PSP. You could nearly stack them all up and play them one after another, and they play very, very, very similarly. At least this one, the camera is a little bit better on this one, I must say. So whatever angle they have, it's not like constantly behind the character, and kind of the camera flying all over the place. It seems to be a bit more dynamic, the camera, so you don't need it like, you just feel like you need to control the camera in a lot of these games, but in this one it's a bit easier, so that's kind of one plus I would have for it. But yeah, it seems to be just like, too much about tapping buttons at the right time, as opposed to kind of skill based combat, in my opinion anyway. But anyway, if you're a fan of the series, this one, it's good for the collection, or it's good to play as Captain Jack Sparrow and experience the like a little bit different story than in the films. So if you've played Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, let me know on the PSP. Let me know in the comment section below. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next video. Adios.
I imagine this will cause quite the stir.
pay 100 years servitude.
I'm thinking all that water may have addled you a bit. By my recollection, our bargain was for 100 years as captain and 13 years of service to you,
I
Davy.
appreciate your amusing attempts to wriggle off my hook, but I...